What's going on YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm about to tell you all why I chose the Acura Integra over all of its competitors. Now this is a really crowded segment. We got entry, luxury, sports sedan / fun vehicles, things of that nature. So I ended up buying this 2023 Acura Integra, and it was a very tough decision. And I test drove a lot of vehicles. I ordered a Subaru WRX. You see a couple videos ago, I showed you all the one that I did order but did not take delivery of. And I'm going to tell you all why I chose this one. So hang tight. And before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. Bruh, so windy and cold out here. But first order of business, I got some business to take care of, and I was caught out in the shoe challenge, so I got no choice but to respond with my shoes. So shout out to race car friends, Blueprint 1LE, who's taking a little break, and 100 Gang Nate. Shout out to you too, brother. And the shoes that I'm wearing today to match the outfit are the Georgetown 6s. So the 6s are one of my favorite Air Jordans. Man, it's windy and cold out here. It's like 20 degrees and windy, but I got the Georgetown 6s. I am freezing out here, so let me hurry up and get through with this before the wind gusts again. So the reason that I chose the Integra, and I'm gonna start off with this as a preface. So a lot of people, when I said this or the WRX, those were the two finalists. So a lot of people say WRX because it's faster. Like I really don't care about speed like that. Like it's fun to go fast, but I want usable speed. And not to say that the WRX doesn't have usable speed, it does. But I have a race car. I have a Z01 Camaro, so I don't need two cars that are just fast like that. Like I'm okay with sacrificing some speed for daily drivability, livability, practicality. So that's my preface. Like speed is fun, but my Z01 is as fast as it goes. It's more than enough. It's too fast for me, to be honest. So let me jump into the competitors. So let me start off with the Germans. We got the Audi A3, we got the BMW 230, and we got the Mercedes CLA. So that's what Acura defines as the competitors. And this undercuts all of those. And I believe this fully loaded is cheaper than the other ones. And it by far undercuts their weight. This is at least 300 pounds lighter than the rest of those, as well as the WRX as well. So this car weighs about 3,050 pounds. So it's lightweight. It's not just lipstick on the pig of a Civic Si. So this car is actually light. So the Germans, if you know me, if you're new to the channel, welcome, but I only buy manuals for myself. Like nothing against automatics, personal preference. Every car that I buy for the channel is a manual, and this is also a manual, so that automatically eliminates the German vehicles. Another competitor is a great value, superb value, the Hyundai Elantra N. That car is a phenomenal car, I give it that. The only reason I didn't make a video for you all, but I did test drive one. Unfortunately, it was at nighttime. But that car has a ton of character, great value, but they were unavailable. And when it was available, it was marked up $5,000. So it took it from a steal at $32,000, which is a great steal, fully loaded, tons of options. It's more race car than practical and luxury, but it's a really fun car. Makes all the pops and bangs and stuff like that. But it was marked up from 32 to 37. I'm not about the markup. Like I bought a Z01 in the pandemic for $4 grand less than MSRP before taxes. So that's how I feel. I'm not paying markup. I'm not adding to the madness of this market. Like I'll just walk away from it. So the Hyundai, I would have bought one of those. They weren't available, and there was one in Pennsylvania. I'm in Michigan. There is one that will be delivered there this week at MSRP, but It's too late, I already got this car. So another vehicle on this list that I did test drive and I absolutely loved was the Focus RS. So I put that might be tied for number one for the most fun car on this list. It's practical, looks good to me. It's a little bit more race than luxurious. It's more firm of a ride. But unfortunately for me, the one that I looked at, it was already done up. It was a used car, so it was already modified. I couldn't have put my Q stank on it like I want to. So since I did that video, it's had the mods taken off of it for the most part. Probably still has the tune and intercooler on it. So if you're interested in that vehicle, let me know. I can hit up Mike for you all and plug you into his Instagram. That car was mad. Woo! Woo! That was almost $3 grand drain, dog. But hit up Mike on that one. Let me stand close to the camera. I can't have another camera go down. So yeah, that car was mad fun. It had pops and bangs, but one thing that I do love is a warranty. So that car is out of warranty, but it was fun and it was a good value. So I didn't write that off, but I was gauging the interest on the videos. I looked at the likes, I looked at the views. The interactions weren't as good. So these cars are a business for me, so it has to make sense. So if you all don't like the car, it's a mutual relationship between my viewership and myself. I have to like the car and the audience has to watch the car. So that just didn't make the cut for that. And then the warranty, that was a huge thing for me. But it's a phenomenal car. Maybe one day in the future, and I wish Ford would have done a new one, but they don't even sell cars, just the Mustang for right now. Another vehicle, and this is the car that I initially, before I looked at this, I looked at the Civic Si. So a lot of people commented and they had logical reasoning to choose the Si because it's cheaper and it's basically the same car, but I found a lot of differences. I'll do another video on that. Robbie, hit me up so I can see your car again. We can do some comparing and contrasting. But the Civic Si is more fun than this. It has a firmer suspension and the MSRP is $9,000 cheaper than this. But we're in the market to where the dealerships are not selling, and then you will have to order one. And Honda and Toyota are kind of weird with ordering. You just kind of get an allocation for one, but I believe they pick out the color and options and all that stuff. So you get an allocation, whatever they get to the dealership, that's yours if you want it. If not, on to the next person. But that car was a lot of fun. I drove the US spec and the Canadian spec. The one at City of Cars should be listed for sale really soon, like really soon. That was the one I wanted to buy, but the pricing, like I said, markup, even used, they're marked up to around new. So Integra wins that one for me because it's only like 100 pounds more, and people say it takes away from the fun, but it's 100 pounds more, and you get a ton of features in this car that you don't, well, not a ton, but you get more features in here, and it's a better, more compliant ride. And the fun is still there. You just get crappier tires. You can get summer tires on the Civic Si. And last but not least, we got the WRX. So that was the car that I ordered, and I was all set on the WRX. I even sent them my financing. I got insurance on the WRX. But the night before delivery, this showed up at the dealership. Somebody bought the blue one with the orchid interior. I thought that was going to be for me, but I was doing a review on the MDX and somebody snatched that. I'm like, bruh, I plan on putting the deposit down like that day or a few days later. But even the Integras, they're scarce as well. And these come with markups depending on which dealership you look at. So I was calling around for myself to see if we can do some kind of trade on a red one with the orchid interior, but they marked these up a couple grands too, depending on what state. And I'll get into the pricing in the video really soon, what I paid on this one. But Subaru, I'm freezing out here, y'all. Subaru, it makes the most sense. I'm here in Michigan, it's cold, we got salt on the ground now because it was a light dust in the snow, so I can have lots of fun. But with the Subaru, they rubbed me the wrong way. It's not the car, it's more so the dealership experience. Lots of people had great experiences with Subaru. I personally do not for myself. Like this, the dealership that I went to order one from, I put a deposit down to order one from, they didn't have an allocation. I went to go test drive a used one that they had, and it's still on the lot. So they told me no. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to know what this car is like before I pay $37,000 on the car I never drove before, just blindly going into it. I did get a chance to drive another one later, and that video did really well. So that was one thing. Another thing with the dealership that I did order from, they have a mandatory tire package or interior protection or a mandatory warranty that's $1,000, and I feel that's overpriced. And the Subarus, they can't command that because, as some of my viewership said, they're paying $2,000 less than MSRP on these 22 WRXs. So I know that they don't have that kind of demand. They can't call for those numbers. They have inventory piling up. The rest of these cars, the Elantra Ns, the Civic Si's, and the Integras, they're not sitting on lots like that. They come in and they go out, and they command the markup. The Subaru, not so much. Albeit, the Subaru, it is probably the most fun. I think the WRX and the Focus RS were top tier as far as fun goes. They had the power, all-wheel drive, and one thing that was missing in that WRX that I had, which was about the same price as this, you saw that poverty spec that I had. Can I coin that term? I stole it from somebody. Don't even know where I got it from, but yeah, y'all seem to like that. But a lot of blank buttons. This car, I got every single feature. There's only one blank button, and I believe that comes with the CVT. I went with the Integra, but I had every intention on getting this. It just did not work out for me the way I wanted to financially with the deal. But there's no wrong choice in between this. I know somebody said, yes, there is a wrong choice, but it is what it is. I got the Integra, but this is the more fun car, believe it or not. So nothing wrong with the Subaru, but that's the way I went. Yeah, the WRX, phenomenal car. All of these cars on this list, the Germans I'm not really into like that. Not the entry-level German cars, because I know if you step up into the real German cars, like the 3 Series or the A4, A5, I had an A5 before, and what's up, Mercedes, the C-Class, it's a big step up. Like that's just like playing with you on entry-level luxury. But when you step up to the next level, like the small, not the subcompact, the small class 3 Series, like that, it's a big difference in the jump up. But they're nice cars, but they're not as they put more power down than this. But this is just more fun for me. It's the only manual, and I get like autonomous driving features. I don't even know of another car that has the autonomous features. That's another thing about the WRX. For the adaptive cruise control, they took, with the manual, you can't get a lot of that stuff. With this, you get everything that you can get on the CVT, minus the, I believe, like when you're stuck in traffic, the creeping forward and backward. That, in the manual, you have to like be on and off the clutch to do such things. So as I was out there freezing, I lost my mind and forgot a couple of huge competitors that I couldn't even think about. I think I got frostbite, man. But another car that I did forget, and 2 more cars. So I'll talk about the Civic Type R. Not get one of those. The pricing was higher than expected, and I'm just not going to get one of those because they're going to be marked up to like 50, 55,000. And who's to say when they're going to be available? People already on list, so that's not going to happen. And I really wanted a Golf R, so I had my heart set on one of those, but they stopped selling those. When did those release? 22? I think they released in 2022. So I was talking to a few dealerships on those, and they just stopped taking orders at one point, and they were already kind of up there in price, but now that's the new normal, like 45,000 for those top tier level of those hot hatchbacks, if you will. But Golf R, another good choice. I didn't look at the GTI because I was looking at the Golf R. Like the GTI is another solid choice. It's probably one of the most premium ones in this class that I named in this video, besides this car. So you do get some nice options on that. And I did look for those, and they just weren't available either. All right, now back to the closing because I done frozen up in here. But like I was saying, had not this car came in the night before I was to take delivery of my WRX, the WRX would have been in my driveway. So yeah, that's it. I chose this. This is a very nice choice for me personally. Like the red interior, all the features. It's comfortable. It's fast enough. It's highly modifiable as well because this is mechanically similar or identical to the Civic Si, and that has a big aftermarket, and a lot of the things from there fit this. So tunes are out. I'm waiting for like the exterior mods to come out on this so I can put my little touches on it, but we're not exactly there yet, but we'll get there soon enough, so it's coming. That's why I chose the Integra. It's a perfect choice for me, and as fancy as I am, this car is as fancy, and it's my taste in cars for what I need for now, because I have a somewhat impractical other sports car in my Camaro, so this kind of, it's balanced. So this is very practical, that's kind of impractical. I can even go into a car that's more impractical since I got this now. So that brings up things like the Corvettes. I can get a 2-seater now, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the wrong decision? Drop it down in the comment section below. Did you cross shop any of these cars? Because I'm reading through all the comments. I read all of them, and a lot of people were cross shopping the same cars, and I didn't see too many articles on them because I'm in the forums. But yeah, we're all in the same boat. We're all looking at the same cars. They're in the same price range. The Civic Si, which is $28,000. The Elantra N is at like $32,000, and then you mark them up, you go to like $35,000 and $37,000, and then we're up to we got the WRX, which starts at $32 in the base form, but mine was a step above that, so it's even more blanks. You don't get the big screen in there. You get different headlights, I believe. This fully loaded $37,395. And then the Germans are like 38, 39, 40,000. So that's where we are. I'm Q, checking out, freezing up in this thing. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Browse the channel as always, and peace out.